Bryce Harper, yesterday, he goes up to bat against Hoby Milner. Little bit of a weird looking delivery from the left side. Bryce Harper being a lefty, of course. Maybe he wants to see a few pitches. So he takes
six.
Or six. So he takes one. He takes two. Bat. I mean, it's not even on his shoulders. You know how they say it's leaving his shoulders, not even on his shoulders. Just literally standing there looking at the pitches go in. He did it for the entire at bat till the last pitch. Number 6 is when he actually had the leg kick and he was going to hit. It's just that he got kind of fooled by a fastball. Everybody went nuts over it.
Of course.
Of course. And you know what? As a sports radio host, I feel like it's my duty. It's like that's put on a platter for me, right? That is put on a silver platter. The number 1 player on the Phillies. You know, the Phillies just lost a game they should have won. They've lost now 2 in a row, so it even helps that they just lost another game. And here's their all-star having a down season, even though we just pointed out the July numbers. And it looks like he just gave up during an at-bat. That he went up there and didn't give a bleep about that at-bat and said, you know what, screw it, I'm done. I saw a Milwaukee reporter call it an automatic out. Contreras, the catcher, called it a free out. And now it's put on that silver platter. Here's all-star, $330 million Bryce Harper goes up and gives no effort. That's not what happened, though.
No.
And I would hope that he didn't, but I think the realistic part of this is he was taking pitches because he wanted to see it come off the hands of a weird, funky delivery. And it just so happened that, by the way, it wasn't an automatic out. It was a 3-2 count.
Yeah, he almost didn't swing and walked.
He almost didn't swing and got walked.
Yeah.
He was right to take pitches because Milner threw him nothing but junk at the start of that at-bat. Nothing but junk. But it's bizarre, I guess. That's it. Like, that's the only thing I could say about what Bryce Harper did. It's a little bizarre that he did it for 6 pitches. I would say 5 because the 6th one, again, he loaded up, was ready to hit, just got fooled. But for 5 pitches, he basically, he explicitly told Milner and the rest of us, I'm not swinging. I'm not swinging right here. You can throw me pitches. You could throw me fastballs. You could throw that junky slider. I don't care. I'm not swinging. And it's a little bizarre. We've seen players take pitches before. I don't think that's new. I've seen players take pitches until a strike is thrown. You know, they'll wait 2 or 3 pitches until finally that strike goes through. And then, okay, now this guy threw a strike. I can hit off of him. So it's not bizarre to take pitches. It's just bizarre that Bryce Harper did it for so long. And, you know, he just looked like he wasn't giving any effort.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the only thing I'd say, though. It's bizarre.
He went in looking for a fastball. That's basically... That's what I took away from that.
I think he was just in there looking for nothing.
Granted, they did say before the game he had 102 fever going in the game last night and like had no voice apparently. Like,
no, you can't do that.
Nah, you can't do that.
He's a $330 million player.
Swing no
He's
matter
making
what.
too much money.
Swing no matter what.
102-degree fever. You should be swinging no matter what.
Swing no matter what.
You should be swinging even harder with the fever.
On a Tuesday night or
Michael
Wednesday night.
Jordan in the flu game had the best game of his career.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's what I think about.
Yeah, but I mean, it's these
there's nothing to the
story.
story.
Are always,
yeah,
there's nothing to talk about.
I don't know if it's overreaction because it is something interesting. Like, why did Bryce Harper do that?
And it was hilarious watching it in real time.
Okay.
Me and my dad were sitting there watching it, and my dad was like, "Dude, it's the 5th pitch. He hasn't swung yet."
Okay.
I was on my phone, and I looked up, and it's like 4th pitch. He hasn't swung. 5th pitch, he hasn't swung.
By the way, I don't know why I picked up 2 pens. If everybody can see on the stream, you pick up one, you just want something in your hand. I picked up 2 pens for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, he went.
Speaking of bizarre,
4th pitch didn't swing. 5th pitch didn't swing.
Yeah,
6th pitch. I just started dying laughing.
I found it hilarious.
I was like, "What is happening?"
Because
I tweeted. I was like, "Did Eddie Bryce Harper didn't swing it?
Yeah,
he didn't even attempt to swing it a single pitch."
I found it hilarious because it felt like he was explicitly telling Milner, throw that junk.
I thought he fell asleep. Like, it genuinely looked like he fell asleep standing up. I
kind of did.
Like,
just the way his body language was. I think that might have been the worst part of it too. If the bat would have stayed on his shoulders or he kept his hands up or whatever, just even loaded up a little bit, nobody would have cared.
He didn't move for 4 straight
move.
pitches. No,
he did not move. The only thing that moved was his neck going from right to left.
Didn't get out of the box. Like, didn't take a step out of the box.
That's the thing too. He didn't take a step out of the box.
Stayed right in the box.
None of it.
Refused to swing. And
so it was kind of funny because not many times. Like, there will be scouting reports of, this lefty is going to throw you a bunch of sliders. So, most of the time, like you would have told Ryan Howard for 5 years, stop swinging at sliders, stop swinging at sliders. Please stop swinging at sliders.
He still didn't
Don't do it. And he still didn't do it. So like sometimes you maybe would have wanted Ryan Howard to do what Bryce Harper did. But no, there are times where what a pitcher is likely going to throw you, the percentages of what he's going to throw you. And so you are going up there with the idea of taking pitches. But it's not many times where your body language is the one completely giving that strategy away. He completely gave it away, told everybody in Citizens Bank Park, told us, the viewers, and told Hoby Milner, I'm not swinging.
I would love to know.
I'm not going to do it.
I would love to know when he realized. It felt like
Milner knew it after the third pitch.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Fastball.
Like, when did he start to realize, like, why isn't this dude swinging? Like, he's not going to swing at a single pitch.
That was the funny part to me, though, is that it took a full count to get him out, and it was a 3-1 count, right? This got to a 3-1 count. It's not like Bryce Harper went down 0-2 and then the guy threw 3 straight sliders to try and get him to chase.
The dude's been nasty this year. He's been really good. He has like a.
But to call that an automatic or free out, when is any full count an automatic or free out?
It's
never. It's never automatic. It would have been automatic if he stood up there, saw 3 pitches, all 3 fastballs down the middle, and he just looked at all 3 of them and did nothing. That's an automatic out.
I will say that it would have been the greatest highlight of the season if he did walk in on a full count.
I got
not
that.
Swinging at
your fearless leader, Drew Smith of Liberty Line, also did tweet that. What if he did get walked?
Like, oh my God.
That's something. See, that's towing the line of like, all of these great players.
If you're Harper, if it gets down to 3-1 or 3-2, like, and you haven't swung at a single pitch yet, right? Is he going for the highlight there? Like what? If he's not swinging a single pitch, is he going for the highlight to get a walk without swinging at a single pitch?
Like
he might be at that point.
all good comedians, you got to stick to the bit.
Exactly.
And Bryce Harper was sticking to the bit. Now again,
maybe a little too much.
We're towing maybe too much, but we're towing the line here because if Milner misses on that 6th pitch and he walks, it looks like the coolest thing Bryce Harper's ever done.
Oh, ever.
And Bryce Harper looks like a genius. And it almost got to that point. That's the thing. It was so close. It almost got to that point. But then he struck out, and so it looks bizarre and almost like he gave no effort.
People are calling for Harper to get benched.
Exactly, getting benched.
Shit,
Oh, it's ridiculous.
The Facebook comments on one of the Liberty Line posts today were just.
What did the comments?
Oh my God, they were like
on Facebook though. Is that where? Okay,
there was this some 55-year-old boomer gets on there. 330 million.
What about Twitter? Any comments on Twitter? Any trolls?
I didn't see a ton on Twitter. It was just more the old people on Facebook, more or less just saying he needs to be benched for today's game. There was he needs to not play today and the first game in Cleveland.
No. See, but then that happens, and then when he's out of the lineup, everybody goes, "What the heck? Why'd you take Harper?" Could you imagine if they took Harper out and they went 2 hits in today's game? They're going, "Why did you put Harper? Why
it's a lose-lose. It's a lose-lose for Rob Thompson, no matter what.
It always is.
Always is.
I don't know why. they're doing a lot better than they should be at this point. I think Rob Thompson should be getting a lot of credit for
because people need something to complain about.
Yeah, the Harper thing was funny. Let's just end it there. It was funny.
Done.
And that's it. Also,
we're deeming it as done.
The
New
guy,
game.
As we just said, guy's 1,000 OPS right now. He's an MVP. He's been in the league for how long at this point in his career? I think he knows what he's doing. It may look weird. It was definitely weird. It was. I've never seen a player do that before. Nope. But Bryce Harper's not just doing that for a lack of effort. If that was the case, I think intention matters here. I think the context matters in what he's doing. If the intention was, I just don't feel like I'm not into this game.
If they're down a run and it's the bottom of the 8th, he's not going up there and not swinging at 6 pitches.
But he sees an opportunity here. Hey, I'm not seeing Milner well. I can maybe take some pitches because I know he's going to throw me probably that slider to the outside.
And they know he's
3 or 4 times.
His miss all year has been down and away to left.
Down and away. And so he didn't swing at it. And so that there's an actual baseball reason, a legitimately good, I think, reason why Harper would do something so extreme. And at some point, you just got to let the guy who is a great baseball player just do his thing. He's I think he knows what he's doing.
Can you imagine?
That in my mind, I just go back to, I think he knows.
Can you imagine if that was anybody else on the team?
But see, they can't do. They don't have.
What if Trey Turner went up there and did that? What do you think the conversation would be today?
I would give him the benefit of the doubt.
What do you think the conversation would be today?
I personally would give him the benefit of the doubt because I think Trey Turner is still an amazing baseball player. And he's going to for the Phillies.
People would want Trey's head on a stick.
He would be traded. He would have to be traded immediately.
Cut. Not even trade. Cut
him. Cut the 10-year contract.
Cut his $300 million contract.
Yeah, you're right. If it was anybody but Bryce Harper, and so maybe that's where I'm wrong. But because it is Bryce Harper and he's won MVPs and he's hit like a maniac in the month of July,
I'll give him one at bat.
And I think I can trust him. I think I can trust Bryce Harper to know what he's doing. Like, it's not like Bryce Harper went up there, had no idea, no clue, just went, I just don't feel like swinging this time. I don't feel like swinging.
I would have rather.
I'm gonna have like 300 to 500 at bats this year, and this is the one I'm just going to take off.
I think I would have rather him go up there and do that than go up and look like an absolute fool on
swinging at sliders. I agree. I'd rather have him do that than swinging at those sliders that Milner was throwing early, because those sliders were all junk. Yeah. That's all it was.
And they're good, but they're junk. They're not in the strike zone. They're down.
I just wish Harper would have played that reverse psychology of, okay, I made him think that he's safe in pitching down the middle. And after that first one going, he's probably just going to throw.
I really hope that Harper was just in it for the bit by the end, knowing in the back of his head that
Bryce Harper.
Can I get a walk without swinging at a single pitch?
And again, if it would have happened, we are talking about one of the coolest things Bryce Harper.
Oh, that's all we're talking about.